Welcome back. A group of Minneapolis Starbucks baristas heading to the picket line today as part of a nationwide ULP strike. Just last week, 92% of the Starbucks Workers United Union authorized that strike, saying that the company failed to meet their demands on pay, staffing, and labor violations. Today's strike comes on Starbucks' biggest sales day of the year, which is Red Cup Day. They'll be handing out these free reusable cups to customers who order a holiday drink. If you plan to get one, here's what you should know. A Starbucks spokesperson tells USA Today the overwhelming majority of its locations are expected to remain open today and serve customers as normal. This afternoon, you're taking a look at the very last penny, minted in Philadelphia yesterday. The U.S. Mint is stopping penny production after 238 years, following an order by President Trump because they cost too much to make. Reporter Faith Delp talked to a collector, Jack Burnwell, about the end of penny production.
A lot of happiness come from filling the little holes in the set.
He values a historical penny, but he's not jumping over hurdles for a 2025 penny. He told me he agrees with the end of penny production if it can save the government millions. Right now, the White House says it is costing the government more to produce a penny than the value of the coin.
The pace of change is faster now than it was, 100 years ago. Things are going to change, and if the government can save some money, we need to do it. We'll do okay with the nickels.
I spoke to a local business owner who finds change to be a hassle in her wallet, and her customers tend to be on the same page. Kimberly Walker founded Walker's Market almost 10 years ago. She has customers constantly tell her, keep the penny, or I don't want the penny, and she doesn't blame them.
I mean, I like pennies, but I don't really want a bunch of pennies in my wallet either. All the years of me being in business, a lot of people just say I don't want my penny. So it's sad and good all at the same time. I do think it's sad that we're moving into a direction where we're getting rid of the sweet little penny, but that is what it is.
Now she plans to round to the nearest nickel when need be.
Is what it is. And it's official. You can now carry your ID on your cell phone. Apple launching the digital ID for your Apple Wallet. You're going to need a passport to complete that verification. You also need to take a selfie, it's required, and complete a series of facial and head movements, like setting up Face ID kind of. The digital ID, they're being accepted at more than 200 airports within the U.S. At this time, however, MSP is not on that list right now. A thing to note, it does not replace a physical passport and cannot be used for international travel or border crossings. Yesterday, did you see this? I mean, it has been spectacular viewing at night. It was another beautiful night in the sky. These are the gorgeous photos of the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. It's a poster on that So Minnesota Facebook page. We've seen so many great videos and photos from that. It's just stunning. The pinks, the purples, the vivid greens. And there's a reason why the Northern Lights look so incredible. Morgan Wolf went out to find that answer.
As a lifelong Minnesotan, it felt like last night was the brightest I have ever seen the Northern Lights before, especially in the metro. But let me ask the scientist. Hey there, Ben Derry.
Hi, Morgan. Yes, it was a really cool show last night. It was probably one of the greatest Northern Lights displays that we've seen in the last 20 years. And the fact that we were able to see it within the Twin Cities metro is very rare, and it was a very special time.
Flying high above the sky or in a backyard, people taking in the sights of the solar storm, proudly sharing their shots on social media.
And I woke up our 6-year-old, whose name happens to be Aurora. We took her outside and she saw the Northern Lights for the very first time. So
many can relate to little Rory, but even those who have seen the Northern Lights before, they've never seen them like this. The red color's even more of a rarity, as they're above the green colors in the atmosphere and aren't always visible, showing just how strong the storm was up above.
So we are on the waning side of solar cycle 25 that actually peaked about a year ago. Solar cycle 25, usually when we're in these peak cycles, we see more energy from the sun. We see more solar flares. And traditionally, the biggest solar flares happen on the tail end of these cycles. So it makes sense that we're seeing some really cool shows about this time.
Which means more chances to take in the show.
auroral oval, if you want to call it that, was basically right over us. So you could look up and it looked like everything was funneling to one area. When that happens, you know the oval is directly overhead.
Morgan Wolf, KARE 11 News.
Great video. Miraculous up in the sky. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate the breakdown. Hey, stick with us. We got more news and weather coming up after the break.